What if the angels we worship were never meant to be worshipped? What if some disobeyed the divine, descended to earth, and taught mankind the secrets of heaven? Before the Bible was canonized, before Genesis was trimmed to its surface tale, there existed a text whispered through ages, then buried in silence, the Book of Enoch. Not apocryphal, but apocalyptic. Not rejected because it was false, but because it told too much. Of angels who fell not in defiance, but in desire. Of giants born from sacred rebellion. Of cosmic realms and divine courts hidden behind the veil of Scripture. Today, we peel back that veil to remember what was meant to be forgotten. The Book of Enoch predates the New Testament and echoes far beyond its borders. It was treasured by early Jewish mystics, quoted in the Epistle of Jude, and revered by desert mystics, the Essenes, who hid its fragments in the caves of Qumran. Its themes ripple through Zoroastrian cosmology, where divine beings fall to earth, and through Gnostic texts that speak of sparks of light trapped in flesh, but the book's truths were too volatile. When church councils gathered to seal the canon, Enoch was exiled, not because it contradicted Scripture, but because it named what others only implied. It revealed the identity of the Watchers, 200 angels sent to watch over earth, who instead broke the barrier between heaven and man. They took wives from among humans and their offspring, the Nephilim, beings of immense stature, strength, hunger, too divine for earth, too human for heaven. And so, heaven intervened. Enoch wasn't just a prophet, he was an initiated traveler, taken by the archangel Uriel into the celestial realms. He describes 7 heavens, each with its own guardians, vibrations, and sacred geometries. He walks through chambers of stars, halls of wind, vaults of judgment. He sees the throne of the Most High, wrapped in flaming wheels. But the greatest revelation lies in the gifts of the Watchers. They gave humanity forbidden knowledge, alchemy, metallurgy, astrology, enchantments. They taught how to forge weapons, read the heavens, summon unseen forces, knowledge that once belonged to the divine. But with knowledge comes corruption. The Nephilim devoured resources. Humanity strayed from the divine path, and so a flood was sent, not just to cleanse sin, but to bury the bloodlines of divine rebellion. The Watchers were bound beneath mountains, the Nephilim wiped from history, and Enoch vanished. But his book endured. In Ethiopia, the sacred text was preserved, never erased, guarded by monks who understood not all Scripture fits within human control. What does Enoch teach us now? That there is knowledge you will not find in the pages of approved books. That rebellion is not always evil. Sometimes it's illumination misunderstood. That within each of us lies a fragment of the divine and a temptation to forget it. You are not just flesh. You are memory. You are myth awakened. In Enoch's journey, we see the soul's path to ascend through inner heavens, to confront the gifts we misuse, to remember who we were before the flood of forgetfulness. But be warned, this path is not without guardians. Each layer of truth you uncover, each veil you lift, will test your spirit. For the serpent still guards the gate, not to punish, but to ask, are you ready? The Book of Enoch was not banned because it lied. It was banned because it remembered. It remembered the names of the fallen. It remembered the stars before they were charts. It remembered that truth cannot be caged in canon. It remembered you. So, now ask yourself, what sacred knowledge have you forgotten? What power lies dormant within your blood, your bones, your breath? Enoch walked with God, not because he was chosen, but because he chose to walk beyond the limits of the known, and so can you. Truth is not lost, it is veiled. Veiled until the seeker within you dares to remember. The flood did not destroy the truth, it baptized it, and now it rises again.